All right, well, let's hope this goes well. The music is pretty loud. Come on, just a sliver. Just a sliver. All right, that's probably the best we're going to be able to do. All right, hi everybody. Nobody's probably here yet because I haven't announced it. But I'm going to announce it now. So hopefully this doesn't utterly crash or do anything else annoying. But it should be okay. So let me get this up. Hey everybody. So yeah, so basically what I'm going to be doing is just going to be working on this voice crack there. Basically just going to be working on this like little personal project that I started a while back. Never really did anything with. It's been a while since I've actually been in IntelliJ, so this is probably going to be a little bit rough. We'll do our best. Let you guys see the process for when you're confused. Notification squad, baby. That's right. Also, like YouTube says, like this live control room thing. I don't get it. Like, hold on. All right, there we go. All right, let's get into IntelliJ. So I actually already have a lot of this started. So you're gonna miss out on a lot. But oh, is it really quiet? It's probably because I'm so far away. Hold on. Okay, that's my headphones. Is this better? Yeah, it's probably just because I'm so far away. I usually have my mic on like a boom arm, but I decided against it. I need to learn Minecraft plugins too. Are you gonna start from the bare beginnings or just jump into something you've already built a bit? I'm probably gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump into something I've already started a little bit, but it's not really that crazy far into it yet. My mic is super low. My mic is like peaking on my end. Are you sure your headphones aren't just super low? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm looking at the levels here. All right, it's still really quiet. I mean, this is up pretty much to its max. I usually have it on a boom arm, which is what I was just saying, which is usually right here. Yeah, your mic is fine. Okay, cool. So let's jump over to IntelliJ. So I guess I am also going to try to familiarize myself with this plugin because it's been a little bit now. For me, I just jumped into it the other night. I got myself a MySQL server up and running locally, which took forever for whatever reason. The install of it doesn't work quite right, so you have to like adjust a bunch of things. But yeah, so let me show you what I have so far. So this was originally set up a different way, so I had to like port everything over into one project. For certain things, it's definitely better to separate them into different plugins, especially if it's things that you're gonna make once and probably never change. You know, for instance, like, where's my utils? It's like the message manager. I just create like a really simple message manager class for every plugin that I make, just so there's like a uniform messaging system. Is it a good idea to learn plugin development these days for commission, or are they no longer requested? Hey, you need a tutorial for something like upgrading menu, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, definitely learn plugin development. I mean, I think Minecraft is going to be around for a long time. So, you know, what's the expected release date? That's a really great question. There's a lot of work that has to be done. So to give you guys a sort of basic understanding, if you guys don't know what the Tale of Kingdoms mod in Minecraft is, so basically my idea for this is to create a plugin, well, a server in a sense. Eventually, this is like a long, long ways away. Create a server in a sense where all the players share the same kingdom, at least to start. And what you do is like you build up through the rankings of the server. It's basically going to be a role-playing server, from like, you know, Fantasy Kingdom server. and you know, you level up like your farming, like your mining, your gathering, your farming, and you know, this will expand. What do you think the best way to make money off programming is as a 14-year-old? Forums. Go to forums, Spigot forums, different development servers that might have like offering tabs and whatever. Yeah, freelancing. But basically, in the end goal is to basically make a plugin server that is just a role-playing fantasy server. There'll be like a predefined map, and then we'll expand onto it. It'll sort of be like Windcraft a little bit, but a little less focused on like combat and like upgrading a particular class, like an archer or anything or something like that, and more focused on like strictly role-playing, right? Like, you know, hunting and gathering and doing quests for the kingdom, and if players aren't doing the quests, then you know, if they're not doing the quest, then like the kingdom's gonna sort of start collapsing. You know, people, you won't be able to sell things for as much, stuff like that. And then there'll eventually be like enemy raids. So like I'll do like mob raids, and there'll be like schedules so like players can get on. Yeah, all that is like a long ways away. For now, like what I'm focusing on is just sort of the initial things. So if I get the server up and running here, I can sort of show you kind of what I've already done, and then I can walk through some of it. Maybe most of this stream will just be sort of walking through what I've already done and sort of adjusting some of those past things. So let me switch over to Minecraft here. So let's see. I'm gonna try to re-chat as much as possible. Obviously, I need to focus on this. What am I looking for? Why am I? There we go. Minecraft servers. I don't know why those are just so hard for me to do. I need to create a Spigot bunch of core plugins so I can create an API so data gets sent over to the database such as player. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You can do that with a MySQL, MongoDB. You can even do it locally, sort of with an SQL or a NoSQL or whatever. Oh, I gotta turn Node.GUI on for this thing so I don't get the Minecraft thing. Is Minecraft Kingdom plugin going to be public plugin? I don't know. I'll see. All right, so we have an error. It's my MySQL. What? Why was I not able to connect from there? All right, well, we should still be able to join the server. All right, is the plugin on or did it disable itself? Okay, so the plugin's on. So this is sort of like, you guys might remember this world. This is the same world that was shared with the, whatchamacallit series, the Let's Recreate, but we started getting some YouTube flack for that. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, so basically the essence of the server, there'll be a pre-built world, right? So there'll be like farms that'll have different things on it. There'll be mines, there'll be forests that you can go and hunt, and there'll be mobs and whatever. And so like, yeah, you can see here, so I'm trying to jump on crops. You know, right now I have a checker in place that says you cannot trample crops. And then like if I try to break crops with my hand, it says you need a hoe for that. And assuming, I haven't even tested everything to make sure it works yet. So if I get, let's get one of each, because we're gonna need one of each. So if I have a hoe now, okay, you can see there that I got XP, but now, you know, I can't break the seeds because I have to fix the checkers and stuff. But you can see there that says the crop is not ready yet. And obviously the rates for this will probably be a little bit higher, so that way it's not the, you know, however long this takes to spawn. But you can see here that like if I just start breaking all this, I'm getting XP. I gotta fix my checkers and stuff. They're still a little messed up since I ported everything over. But now you can see that it all auto-planted, and now it's all back, or it's all growing again. And so now same thing with the trees. If I break the bottom thing, you'll see there that it auto-plants a sapling, so that way it all grows back. I'll have to figure something out with this, because this might not be as simple as that, because the trees will grow in a different way every single time. But you can still see there. And then if you saw at the top, I can break one of these. Oh, I didn't set it up for that yet. But you can see here, so like if I break ores, right now I have it on a really fast time. What do you, does it or will it have TNT block explode protection? Working on Skyblock plugin, which only misses that. Yeah, it probably will. I mean, you won't be able to like really craft anything. Everything is going to sort of be custom crafting, beyond like sort of basic things. And then like you'll be buying a lot because you'll be harvesting to sell. It'll sort of be like, yeah, it'll sort of be like Hypixel Skyblock where you're sort of just like grinding and getting resources to sell. You can see there that stone. I can't break the stone without a pickaxe. But now if you see here, if I break this, I have all these particle animations on, so that way you get a nice little thing, and then like when they come back, you can't probably really hear it because it's probably really low, but I have like the sizzle, so when they come back, but as you can see there, like all the checkers are messed up, and also what it does too is it auto fills your inventory. So if I go back here, when you destroy, at least for this, oh, that one didn't work. Oh, why are these not working? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I obviously just didn't set it up for those other ones yet. So I need to correct that as well. But you can see that it's auto putting things in my inventory. So all that is working. Tom Newton over. Oh dear, Mr. Newman. Hey everybody, thanks for coming by the stream. All right, so let's dive in. All right, yeah, we have an issue with our MySQL. I'm not sure what's up with that. I got it working yesterday. Let's actually close the server. Let me adjust my bat file so it has the no GUI on it. Dash no GUI. Okay. So let's get over here. So what was I working on? So last night I was working on this MySQL. It wasn't like working for the longest time. Let me language inject here. SQL. Why is that still red? That should have fixed it. Oh, come on. Language inject. Yeah. I have SQL on. I'm not sure why it's not working. All right, no big deal. Do you have any experience with cheat clients? I don't. Unless if you're talking about making a cheat client, definitely not. I don't do that kind of stuff. All right, so I think we'll skip over MySQL and getting that going and connected. So let's focus on like one particular event. I got an email. Okay. So let's focus on farming first. So if we see here, we do have a skills boss bar. It's not really going yet. As you can see, woodcutting is the only one that gives it a boss bar. I really worked on this like kind of all over the place, so I would do different things at different times, which is still sort of what I'm doing. First 13 minutes of the stream, I haven't done a single thing in IntelliJ. All right. So I kind of did this pretty poorly. I realized that like I did, or did I do it poorly? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so let's focus on farming. So let me close all these ones down. We're not gonna worry about player data. We're not gonna worry about the boss bar. We're just gonna focus on getting the actual skills going. Use final. Yeah, I know. I don't encourage doing that, but you'd need MCP, new bucket runnable. That's uncool. Yeah, this is all like very old code. I don't know why I struggle saying the word old a lot. Yeah, I'll correct all these different things, but it's not my top priority list right now. It's mostly to get it functional at the moment. Okay, so let's reopen farming. So if we look here, skills event. This is the only event right now, which is just a block break event. And so for farming, we're doing a, we're getting the block, getting the player, we're checking to see if the player is not sneaking. Because if the player is sneaking on the server, I allow the player to actually break blocks currently just for testing, so that way I can actually break things. Hi, is there a change you could tell me how to install MySQL on a VPS with a Minecraft server so I could connect MC servers with MySQL? If you have like terminal like SSH access, it's literally just sudo, assuming you have Ubuntu, it's literally just sudo apt-get install MySQL_server, and then you can do sudo MySQL_server like secure installation or something like that. You can just Google it. Literally just Google like DigitalOcean Ubuntu MySQL, and you'll be fine. No, just Bukkit, get scheduled out, run task, plug in only. There, he's got a better way, and then massive switch statement. I mean, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I could do this all as like an if, or I can make a list. I can make a separate list of each one of these categories and just scan through those lists, or I could do an if statement. I just like switch case. I can actually, I don't know if I have my thing at the right level module setting. Can I do it in 11? Yeah, I didn't think so. I think you can only do it in 12, which I don't have that installed. Yeah, we'll just jump back to 11. Alright, so we'll just undo this. Alright, so right now we're checking if it's wheat. Alright, so then if we're doing a switch to get the block type, and then if it's wheat, beetroot, carrots, because I can't remember which one is the actual on the ground one. And then we have pumpkin, melon, sugarcane, and then if it's any of those, it's going to run to the farming break, or the farming event, which is this guy here. So farm break. Then we're going to go ahead and get the item in the player's hand, and we're going to say if the item in their hand is a diamond hoe, iron hoe, golden hoe, wooden hoe. Then we're going to go ahead and set the event canceled, because we don't actually want to run it. We don't want to actually let the block destroy, because we just want to replace it. So then we can actually just go ahead and get rid of that. Then we need to go ahead and get the block's age. And so in this sense, that's wheat. Although I don't think all blocks have an age of 7. Carrots is the ground one. Okay, good to know. So I'm going to change that. I guess that makes perfect sense. I don't know if all crops have the same age, because they all grow at different rates, don't they? Hold on, I gotta adjust my webcam. It keeps like auto exposing. Camera control. And there we go. Okay. So at least anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and, alright, so if it's ageable, if not, we're gonna say this crop is not ready yet. And then we need to actually go ahead and throw a break in here. And this should fix our problem of the, getting the double message. So let's go ahead and open up a new window. Just go ahead and test this really quickly, just so I can make sure that works. Development, repos, kingdoms, target. Okay, so let's go ahead and restart our server up here. Let's jump back into MC. We got our client running there. MySQL, we shouldn't get that error anymore because I turned it off. Okay, kingdoms enabled, perfect. So let's go ahead and join. All right, let's go to the crops. You could possibly check their max age and go from there, if that's a method. That I could actually see. There might be a way to sort of get max age. All right, so now if we check this, we need a hoe for that. Let's go ahead and get a hoe. Okay, so now this is still telling us we need a hoe for that. All right, so let's go in here. So let's go back. Okay. Oh, because I didn't include it for a stone hoe. That would probably be a good indicator. All right, so for now, let's just skip over that and let's just try it with a hoe that we have that we know that works. All right, perfect. So now we have our experience. I'm not sure what the experience levels are going to be. I'm actually going to get age lock, returns a max age maybe. Okay, good. Yeah, you guys can pull up the docs quicker than I can right now. Also, these experience levels are just rudimentary right now, just so I know that it's working. But you can see here that we are getting experience every time that we destroy one of these crops. So that's good. And now we can see that this crop is not ready and we're not getting any other messages beyond that. So let's go ahead and get some seeds there. Okay, so we know that that works. So let's jump back. There's a Spigot playlist if you're after that. What do you mean a Spigot playlist? Like the tutorials? Or like, are you asking if I have a Spigot page? Like, do I have a page on the Spigot forums? Yeah, you can check block state. If the instance crop state, then you can use these. Crop state. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so now that this is working, so I'm trying to figure out why I'm setting the type to be wheat, because it should already be that. So let's just get rid of that. So let's get the block location. Location we're adding, this is for the particles. So let's just go ahead and say particle location. That's probably super loud because my mic is now on my desk. I could add a check that just says if it contains hoe, but I liked actually just seeing every single one because I actually did that originally, and I just didn't really like the way it looked. Okay, so now we're spawning the particle, and then we're gonna, I remember why. I think we need to set it. Is this? I think when we set it to, yeah, when we set it to wheat, I think that's when it actually sets the seed. So let's, I think there used to be a method calling it, but I can't seem to find it on 1.15.2 docs. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and see if we set it to beetroot, if it sets it to beetroot. Because I think that's why I have set block, is because you can't actually set, you can't actually set it like that. You can't like set seeds. All right, so let's crouch and break that. Let's go ahead and get some bone meal. Okay, so now if we break it. Okay, why is this not working now? Okay, and the crop is not ready yet. Does it have to grow on its own? That would be dumb. Okay, so when we set it to plant beetroot, it doesn't work. So if we change that back to wheat, what happens if we change it back to wheat? Oh, you're right. I could just do ageable set age. I could try that. Yeah. All right. Let me just see this here. Copy that. Paste that. Replace. Oh. Oh, I got a huge error. Okay. I didn't realize I had an error. So let's see here. Cannot get block data for not block B root. Okay. Let's try that way. Yeah, sorry guys. It's been a while since I've streamed or anything like that. Okay. Yeah, let's try just setting the age. We should probably go ahead and... Alright, so let's see here. So this all works. Let's just go ahead and cancel it at the end. I think it just looks cleaner at the end. Okay, so we'll go ahead and say if. Well, we don't even need to say if it's ageable because we already know it is. So if ageable.get if ageable dot is dot get max age. How do we want to do this? Oh, is alright. So now we can go ahead and say ageable dot get age is equal to ageable dot get age. Now we can go ahead and get location. We can spawn the particles. And okay. Okay, so let's try this. We might have to do this. Is this an int? We might have to do. This will work. Or shit. Yeah. That's what we're gonna try to do. I just want to see if this works. Okay, so we replaced it. Let's reload. Okay, go. Jumped back to MC. Okay. All right, so that works. That crop is not ready. Okay, so we're getting XP, but it's not setting anything. Okay, so now let's go ahead and set the age. See, this is why I like doing live streams, because you guys help me more than you know. That's why it's always better to work on things with other people if you can, because somebody more than likely is going to recommend a better way to do something. All right, so let me get back into here. All right, so now we can go ahead and say, we can just go ahead and get whatever that item was. Event block get type. Hopefully that'll work. We might need to be more specific than that, but that should work. And then we're gonna go ahead and say ageable.set age 0. All right, let's try this. This works. You guys are legit. Multiple people own source code. No, I own it. I own and started it, but I have since brought on lots of different creators, people who I've reached out to and people who have reached out to me, and we all just sort of create content in tandem now. But I'm still the only one that owns the channel. Carrot is carrot item. Same for potato. Oh, I forgot all. Did I include potatoes? I forgot all about potatoes. Yeah, I didn't even put potatoes here. Case potatoes. All right. Well, we don't need to export again for that, but all right. So we reloaded. So let's go back into Minecraft. Okay. So it didn't set the age. Did I reload? All right. So it's not setting the age. Oh, because I got to reset the block state. Duh. So then I think we need to do block.getState.set, or no, what is it? Oh, I forget what it is. Is it set state? Oh no, what is it? Or no. block.getState.update. I'm pretty sure this is it. Okay, so let's try this out. Hopefully this works. Let's reload. Huh. Okay, so it's still not setting the age back to 0. As percent of this plugin, this is probably like 10%. Oh, right, set block data. That's what it is. All right. That's what it is. But do I have to do update after that? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done anything with like block states. Another time, we'll actually go ahead and connect like player data to all this and like actually do leveling and stuff like that. But I think that's sort of kind of annoying for now. All right, so we're back in Minecraft. Aha, there we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so now we can see that our crop is not ready yet, no matter where it is. And now we can do this. And we did it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and test the other blocks just to make sure. All right, so we don't need as many rows. But we'll do quite a bit. All right, so there's melon, potatoes, pumpkin, beetroot. Is there anything else? Netherworts? I guess netherworts. Ah, gotcha. Sorry, I'm like reading chat. I guess we should include netherwart because that will eventually become a part of it. So I'm just gonna, you guys can't see it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and add that in to our case here. Netherwart. Okay. Hey, notice me, I'd be playing MC. I notice you, Ned! I always notice you. Okay, so let's, oh, we can't plant these here. So let's go ahead and add a few pumpkins. That's wheat, we already got wheat. Some melon, some beetroot, and some potato. All right, let me go ahead and get, I could just update the tick time and this would be a lot easier, but I like to make things a little hard. All right, so let's go ahead. But now we also need to make sure that we're also getting the proper items in our inventory. That's also like really important. Why can I not bone meal these? Wow, that's like the weirdest hitbox. All right, so we got one pumpkin. It's fine. That's all we really need. But let's just try to get other ones if we can. Yeah, I could just do game rule. I'll just do that actually. That'll speed things up. Or it should speed things up. Yeah, there we go. All right, I don't need that fast. All right, so let's go ahead. Oh, this is not gonna work for this. This is gonna have to be, we're gonna have to do a different check for this because we obviously don't want pumpkins to be like melons and pumpkins. Okay, so those don't work. Okay, that doesn't work either. Okay, potatoes works. Okay, so that's good to know. So potatoes works. Oh, carrots. Carrots is the other one. I'm like forgetting all these. Okay, so carrots also work. And then crop not ready. Yeah, okay. Hey, do you make a living by coding? I do not, actually. I am a video editor. Full-time. That's what I do. Okay. So now we gotta figure out why pumpkins and melons aren't working. But I think I know why, because I don't think we're checking the block. I think we're checking for the item. So I think we just need to go in and say pumpkin. Oh no, we do say pumpkin. But is pumpkin block like a different thing than the pumpkin? Oh, we got an error. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, hold on. Let me reload just so I can see what this error is. Okay. Cannot cast ageable. Oh, okay. Ah, yes. I see. Right. Okay. So these are not ageable because they're blocks. All right. These are the finished blocks, so we can't cast ageable to them because they're not aged. These are the things that we don't want people to break. So we should actually go ahead and put in a checker and farm break. Let's go ahead and actually say all right, so we want to go ahead and say if block.getType equals material dot pumpkin or we'll just copy this. You guys probably can't see it. I'll fix it. I fixed it, don't worry. I just lost the chat. I don't know where the chat went. Show chat, there we go. Oh, thanks, Ned. Appreciate that. And melon. So melon isn't ageable. What else is not ageable that we saw? So beetroot also didn't work. Am I right about that? Is beetroot not ageable? All right, let's go ahead and just. Oh no, we want beetroot seeds. Let's just go ahead and see what this error is. Okay, what is this music? I feel like I'm in an elevator. All right, playlists. We'll just go with the old classic hip hop. Okay. No, I need to get that back because I need to see chat. Am I in New York? I am indeed in New York. Okay. So we can break those. So let's see. Time is still too fast. What do we want to do? Can we bone meal these? Okay. So let me go ahead and get a hoe. Okay, so I can break those. But now what's the error that we're getting? Is this also not ageable? Let me just do a quick reload confirm. Alright, so we're not actually getting any error there. So the beetroot that we're checking for must not be the right beetroot. Greetings from Poland. Hey, thanks, Nice Games. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Thanks. Thank you to all 67 people that are hanging out right now. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get back into IntelliJ. Alright, so if it equals melon or pumpkin, if it does not equal melon or pumpkin, let's just go ahead and run all this. Because that's gonna do something different for us. Okay, where do we still have an error on this default? Oh, because I accidentally put this too far in. There we go. All right, so perhaps checking for beetroot. Perhaps checking for the beetroot in the inventory. No, we don't need to check for it in the inventory because we need to check for it on the ground. So beetroots. That's what it is every time. So is there, all right. Oh, you know what? We can actually go ahead and also put in pumpkin stem. And then we can also go ahead and put in melon stem. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So now beetroot should work. Yeah, I just fixed that, Thomas. So beetroots should work now. So if we copy this over to our server, and we go ahead and reload, I'll switch over to Minecraft. I need to just like set up a hotkey. Maybe enum all farm products or produce or something. I could do an enum. You're right. I could try that. Okay, so let's age this. There we go. All right. So now that works. Okay, so we can still break the stems. We can still break the pumpkins. Oh, are we getting errors still? Hold on. Let me go ahead and reload confirm here. Okay, so we're still getting errors on the pumpkins. Cannot cast ageable. Okay. So we said or. Is there a specific pumpkin? No, just pumpkin. So why is this going? No, let's go ahead and add break into there. I doubt that's going to change things. Let's just go ahead and export that. So if it does not equal pumpkin or block type does not equal melon, do we want that to be and or? And no, I think or works. This is where I'm having a mental fart. I just totally lost my train of thought. Okay, right, we're checking to see something. I forget already. All right. Okay, so we're reloaded. So if we break pumpkins, okay, so we're still getting the error. Cannot be cast to ageable. But why is it going to ageable? Farming event 30. It shouldn't be going to ageable. Do we want this to be and? I'm gonna be so mad if this works. I'm just like, my mental like trajectory here in flow is just not working right now. So like I'm having a really hard time processing if I want it to be or and. Could look into block that get drops, but also, well, I don't want the block to actually break, so they're not actually getting drops. That's the thing. Because I want to cancel. I'm canceling the whole event. I just want the event to happen, so that way I can register everything that happens. But then I don't actually want the blocks to drop because this is going to be like a grindy server, so I need everybody to be able to like not steal from each other. So it's going to go directly into your inventory. And no. Oh, okay. You're right. It is and. And yes, you are sponsored. Thanks for the sponsor, my guy. Hopefully soon we will have more like perks for people who are okay, so this says we need a hoe for that. We actually want to change this. We don't want this to be a farming thing. We actually want this to be an axe. So this is where we're gonna correct it right now. Okay, and this is also saying you need a hoe for that. Oh, that one. That was weird. Oh. This is a problem. I'm not sure how we fix this. So once this is actually connected to a pumpkin, it becomes breakable. We can probably fix that. I'm sure there's a state for it. Blocks have drop sets even if the block isn't being called. How do we want to do this? So now I can break the stems when they're attached to the pumpkin. So let me get a hoe. So like I can break that. I can't break that, or I can, and it gives me XP. So we actually need to run a pretty big use implicit else. Looks much nicer. No. Alright, that's pumpkins and melons are gonna be a little tricky. They're gonna be a little tricky. I'm not gonna lie. Attached melon stem, that's a real thing? Oh my god, what? Are you for real? Alrighty. That's so crazy. Okay. If something is in the database that needs update frequently for each player, would you store it in memory until they leave or something? I suppose it depends on how many players you're planning on storing it for. If it's like a server for like you and your buddies, or maybe like sub 100 people, you could probably just store it in memory, and also assuming it's not like a ton of shit. But yeah, that's an interesting question. It's probably going to be a lot of trial and error and figuring out which works the best and which doesn't work the best for you. All right, so now we have all of our stuff. There's a lot of harvestables. I'm like just coming to realize this, that there's like a ton of harvestables, and I'm probably missing something. All right, so let's go to farming event. So we want to actually change this. Oh, this is a lot. I feel like I should definitely use like an enum or something. Yeah, what Tom said, that works. Because now we need to check for pumpkin stem and melon stem, which I guess we can just do as one big statement for now. We'll go back later and make it pretty. So if it's a pumpkin, a melon, or a pumpkin stem, or a melon stem, we don't want this to run. We're gonna go ahead and say else. And then no, we don't even want to do that. You know, we'll say else. Does it continue? I forget what it is. No, do we even need to say else? Store certain blocks in the enum or a list. I should do that. Please use getType.name that ends with. You're right. I should do all those things. we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. I don't know why I switched. Okay, so we'll say, go ahead and say if .get type .name ends with ho, and we'll get rid of all these for you. You're right, that is cleaner. Else, we'll just go ahead and move this here. We'll get rid of that. It actually does looks better. Feels better. Okay, so now we're gonna head and say alright. So if it ends with ho, or no. We actually want to move this out. So now if it ends with ho, we're gonna do all this ageable stuff. And so we'll just go ahead and cancel. Oh no, we don't want to cancel right away because we might need it to break something. So we'll just do it at the end here, like it was. All right. So if it ends in ho, there we go. And now if it is not that, so we actually don't want to say you need a ho for that. Yeah, you can cancel that in both parts. You could just put it at the end of the start. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just put it at the end. All right, so let's see. If it's not that, then we're gonna run this. Right. And we're not we don't need to check the items because we've already done that. So we can go ahead and put that there. And then thank you, email. We can just set the event canceled here. Okay, I think this is gonna work. All right, so now if it is a pumpkin or a pumpkin stem, we actually want to check to see if the name has, well, we don't want it for pumpkin stem. All right, so you know what we'll do here? We'll take this out actually. And we'll go ahead and say if that, and we'll just go ahead and return. Oh no, we want to event.set canceled true. I have an extra one in there. And then we also want to go ahead and send a message saying that crop is not able, or is not destroyable. So since your methods inside the message manager class never change, sure you can static access them. Yeah, I can. I think I had that set up originally, but then when I was just putting this all back together, I didn't do that. Oh, I know why. We can actually just move this to the main class. We'll just change it to this, this. Or no, we can't. Oh, we don't need to actually debug for that. We'll change this to config load. We'll copy this out. And yeah, I gotta change that to equals. You're right. Oh. All right. In our main class now, we just need to Just get rid of this. Oh, that's probably gonna break a bunch of shit. So let's go ahead and load the config. Oh. We'll make that private. We'll say config load. Beautiful. How'd you get the C icon for kingdoms? I don't know how you did that. What do you mean? I don't really know what you mean, the C icon. Alright. So we just need to change this to... Oh, we gotta change these all to static. Actually that doesn't need to be public, right? It can be private. Check if the stems in the farm event. The check for stems and prime needs to be changed to or no. Oh, because it's a class. Wait, I might be reading this all wrong. Oh, you're talking about an IntelliJ. Yeah, that just stands for class. It's not Fallen Kingdoms. That's just the best kingdoms skin really out there. Alright, so let's go ahead and import that. Let's change that. Let's change that. Oh, I use this so much. We're gonna have so many broken spots. We're just gonna run this so it'll find them for us. Is there more? Oh, do I have an extra? Oh no, I'm missing one. There we go. All right. Please add a private constructor. Sure. All right, let's run this again to see where we also. All right, so we gotta correct it here. Oops. Yeah, we use this a lot all over. I don't know why I didn't change it before. Oh, I know why. Because this was its own plugin before. Alright, skills event. Yep. So if it is one of these, or it is this one, I wanted to set the event cancel, and then we're just going to go ahead and say return. And we're going to say the crop is not destroyable. Do you have any idea to know this? When we click on a place, max 10 blocks, the place is retained in a variable. Just get the clicked block and get its location. Assuming you're talking about a physical on the ground location. Alright, so let's go ahead and export that, or move it over to the server. Let's go to MC really quickly. Let's go ahead and reload. So now we should not be able to break stems. Okay, says you need a hoe for that. Okay. So we are still able to break these stems. Okay, so not that one. Oh! Attach stems, right. Yeah. Forgot about that. Can't believe that's like an actual thing. Attach melon stem. Attach pumpkin stem, and then we'll just go ahead and pop that down there. Okay, so let's go ahead and export this. Why does this keep putting on like elevator music? The world may never know. All right, you guys didn't see it. Here, I'll just show you real quick. I just added the stems there. I keep forgetting to switch back. Okay, so let's go ahead and move these over. Let's replace, reload, confirm. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want that one. Okay, great. So that crop is not destroyable. Beautiful. Even if we have a hoe, that crop is not destroyable. That crop is not destroyable. All right, but now what if we use another tool? Let's say an axe. That crop is not destroyable. You need a hoe for that. Okay, so we can just still destroy pumpkins because we haven't done anything with that yet. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's something. We're moving slow, but we're moving. Ooh, excuse me. All thanks to you guys. I feel like I want to make myself a beverage. Should I make myself a beverage, chat? Like an adult beverage? I think I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back. Like really, really right back. We're back. We're back. I wasn't gone long. Drunk stream. Probably not gonna get drunk, but I might get a buzz. Do I? YouTube monetization gone. Is what it is. I'm gonna enjoy myself here. Okay. I don't need YouTube's money. All right. Okay. So now, we're gonna say, all right, so now we're gonna go ahead and say if the name ends with X, oh, no, we need to change it to _X. Because if we keep it as X, pickaxe ends in X, right? Yeah, so we need an _X. If it ends in _X, we're gonna go ahead and get particles. So we'll spawn the particles. And then, oh wait. Else. Okay, so we're not gonna say you need a hoe for, oh wait. No, we're not gonna say you need a hoe for that. No, we don't need to say that. Oh, I gotta bring you guys back. Okay. What is up with this music? This is not hip hop. Okay. So let's go ahead. All right, let me just make sure this is all right here. Okay, so if it's that, I really should like, oh god, what is it? This, that, this, that. Checks for stems. If stem, then cancel event. Isn't like 2 of these? Yeah, the nice green ones. Why is that done? Remove dangling block. Oh, do I gotta end it off like this as well? How do you do this? I literally am so bad at annotating. Huh. How do you do like the dangling, I forget how this all works. Oh wait, actually I can just check into my Mongo handler. Oh, it's like, oh, you gotta like, oh, I see. I see. One second here. Yeah, and then you gotta press enter. Right. I guess it's probably not the best way to do this. All right, this doesn't matter. we'll just do regular. Okay, check for stem. We're gonna go ahead and say if pumpkin / melon, then if not pumpkin melon, then execute ageable crop replace. Okay. And then, so then this if statement ends. All right, so if it's X, we want to go ahead and say, we're just gonna copy and paste. We're just gonna do this. We're trying to add item stack, block that get type. Should work. Think so? 66 people still watching. Oh God, this song. I've heard this in way too many videos. We're skipping that song. 67 people still here. Thanks for hanging out, guys. It's not the most educational video, but it's just a nice way to sort of see somebody work through a project. And you know, as I always say, I'm not the best. I'm not the smartest. Why is this YouTube music like so loud? I just want like, no, I just want like the tiniest sliver of sound. Just like the tiniest sliver. God. Alright. It's just gonna not work. It's a way for you to get back into it. Yeah, exactly. But as I was saying, yeah, I always say like I'm definitely not the best and the brightest, and that's why like it takes me always a little while longer to make videos, because I really want to check back with my code like developers, because I do make mistakes, because I never went to school for this. I learned this all sort of in tandem at different points in my life, so it's kind of like a mixed bag of knowledge, and that's why I like doing these live streams when I'm working, because well, frankly, most of you guys are a lot smarter than I am, so I like that. All right, let's go ahead and reload. I love this music. It's also like really loud. Can I just? Oh, what am I doing? Can I just turn it down? I don't know why I thought I needed to have my speakers like all the way up. All right. Hey. Oh no, but okay, so we got the melon, but we want to actually, we do actually want this event to cancel, because we don't want actually the block to stay, or they're gonna be able to mine it forever. So for this, I guess we could just not set it, and we can just go ahead and say set dropped item to null. Set drop items? What? Oh, false. So we don't want any drop items. I started with JS through the forums, went through Java through a friend. Even the pros at Ubisoft make mistakes. It actually so don't worry about it. Yeah, no, I don't worry about making mistakes. I worry about making mistakes when I make tutorials, and that's why I don't make them as often, because I don't want to be constantly putting out wrong information. Like in the original Bukkit series, there's a lot of, you know, bad practices and whatnot. So I usually I don't even need to wear these headphones. I guess I will, because it makes me feel a little less weird. Yeah, whatever I was just saying. I don't make tutorials as often. All right, so now these work. We can't destroy these. We can't destroy these. We got farming. That's not destroyable. Oh, there it is. We'll correct that at another time. Okay. Beetroot works. Carrots work. Potatoes work. Wheat works. The only thing is, though, is these are not being added to our inventory. So this is potato. We're not getting any errors, which is good. The crop is not ready yet. Let's go ahead and get bone meal. Only need one. Alright, so we're getting it. Alright, so let's see. So, do we get wheat in our inventory? Okay, so we get wheat. Let's go ahead and... So, oh, these ones aren't going to work because that's carrots, and we need to go ahead and we need to add carrot. Don't you think you could pre-record, check for mistakes, and then record again? So that's the thing. I could do that, but what I do now, whenever I do make videos, which hasn't been very often, is I code it in advance. I send it over to our developers in our content creator Discord, and then they review that code, and then I make the video from that code. So it's kind of like pre-scripted in a way. All the code is pre-scripted. Me talking through it is not. I think where every coder has their own way of coding. In a way, may not be efficient, but the more complex forms may not be either. Yeah, no. In some ways, yeah. Like I like the way that I work, and it's not always the best. So like if I have to hand things off to somebody else, to them, it might seem like an absolute disaster. But that's just part of it. Okay, so now we need to fix this because this is beetroot when we're getting it, and this is potato and this is carrot. So we almost need to add another checker for those, unless. All right, you guys didn't see that. Yeah, so beetroot and potatoes and carrots don't give us items because they just don't, because we're trying to give ourselves the plural version of them when we need to give ourselves the singular version of them. Oh, you know what we could just do? This is super simple. We can just go ahead and say that add item event.get. Oh, can we not do the drop? Is drop items. No, we don't want to set them. I thought we could do it. I thought we could get the item drops. Alright, that's fine. So I guess what we need to do, let's just go ahead and let's just move that down there. So let's go ahead and say, I don't really want to do an if statement. Not everyone wants to or needs to make money. I'll plug in sell spigot. Are you coding for a living? Nope. Hobby. Could do block.get drops. Yeah, I thought I could do get drops, but it doesn't exist anymore. Right? So block.get. Oh, block.get drops. Oh, right. Block.get drops. Oh, next, right. All right, yeah, let's try that. motorcycle. Is it unrealistic that I try to become a dev with 2 weeks experience now and have like 2 years to learn? No, I don't need to do a for loop. Well, I guess I would have to do that. Because some things drop more than one. Right? Like doesn't potatoes like drop 3 or something like that? Alright, well let's just try this to see if it works. If it does, then we'll just do a for loop. Because I think we're gonna have to do a for loop. The shorts I have on right now are so uncomfortable sitting in this chair and coding. My like leg is like rubbing up on the leather on my chair. It's the worst. Alright. Let's jump over to Minecraft. Reload. Alright. Alright, so we got potatoes. But we only got 1. I don't think we want it to be 1. Well, I guess... How many do they normally drop? I guess that's a better question. So we have 5 right now. Alright. Drops are set to 0. Alright, just for the sake of speed, we're just gonna go into a single player world really quickly. Let's just delete that. Sure, play select the world. Hey, thanks for the $5. Watch your videos when I started coding, and now I own 5 premium plugins with most over 100 and thousands of servers using my plugin. Hey, that's awesome. I love to hear stuff like that. I really love to hear things like that. It's so great when people learn from me, even though like I said, I made mistakes in the past. Will this live stream be re-uploaded? It will be re-uploaded. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, it'll be re-uploaded, but probably not gonna be that worth to watch. We're not really doing anything worthwhile. Game rule, random tick speed, 500, and let's go ahead and get. I think these are really the only ones that drop more than 1. So let's just go ahead and. Oh, that's right. That instantly goes back. All right, so let's go ahead and add potatoes, or no, it's beetroot and carrot. Okay. Why did that not drop anything? Was it not ready yet? 5,000. Tick speed. Okay. So let's see. So beetroot. Why is that not dropping anything? What? Is it bugged because I changed the tick speed? All right, let's do. Why was I not dropping anything? It's because I'm in creative? Okay. So that dropped 3 carrots. That dropped 1 beetroot. That dropped 3 potatoes. All right. So it drops 3. It doesn't drop in creative. Interesting. Didn't know that. Okay, back to the server. We're gonna change this to. Oh, I'm getting like a ton of messages. I was instead of needing a honey, you can make it auto replace the seeds. Okay. My coding fuel. Sponsored by plastic cups. It's random. Yeah, I don't know if I like the random. Yeah, I like the random. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna change it into a for loop. I'm just gonna change it into a for loop, right? So all right. God, it's been a while since I've done these. So can't we do something like what's that like really cool for loop statement that you can do? That's like block to get drops that for each remaining, right? And then it's like drop. I forget how to do it. Oh, am I doing it? Hold, wait. Did Did I just do it? It's been a while since I've done one of these. Add item. Drop. Oh! Guys, I'm a real developer. I'm a real developer. Okay. Don't I just want a for... Do I want a for each remaining? Or do I just want a for each? I just want a for each, right? Why not item sec, random R, then... Well, I feel like this is just way faster. Your videos are really nice. I hope you're motivated enough to keep making them. They're really helpful. Hey, that's what I did, Mason. That's what I did. I'm a real developer now. Thank you, ST1 Pro. Or ST1 Pro. Yeah, we're definitely like, we have plans to roll out some content. It's just like slow moving. You know, everyone's like really busy. Like obviously everyone does this sort of for free. I mean, obviously the channel does make money, but not like enough that I can like pay people. Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting. So what I did is I turned this into a for each loop. But anyways, yeah, the channel makes money, but not enough that I can like pay content creators like consistently enough to like demand content. But I also like sort of offset that by like whenever like one of my admins or like content creators like doesn't have a good mic, and I'm like, hey, I can get you a mic if you like promise that you're gonna lambdas. That's what, or lamb. How do you, is it lamb udda? I always pronounce it lambdas. Yeah, I got it now. Don't worry. I got it. But yeah, I usually offset not being able to pay them by like if they come up and say, you know, I need a microphone, I need a new power supply, I need a graphics card. Like, you know, it's usually not high value items. It's usually like sub $75 items. But I usually try to give back some way. So like I don't pay them physical dollars, but I pay them in like when they need something, and it's like not often, I'll usually end up buying it for them. Because most of them are not even of age technically to work, so I can't technically pay them, at least without their parents' consent. But hopefully in the future hopefully being the near future. Okay, so let's go ahead and export this. Pumpkins only drop one, right? Lambda. How to create an array of particles of 10 block in the direction you were looking. Get your, oh god, particles and vectors are confusing to me. Yes, I help them make videos better. I give them guidance. Yeah, make better videos. I give them guidance. I sometimes will buy them equipment. Usually it's not even expensive equipment. Like even a $30 microphone on Amazon is like way better than like a laptop microphone or like using your cell phone or something. Okay, so let's go ahead and test this out. Let's go ahead and replace. Pumpkins can drop if you use an axe. Can they? Going back to single player, baby. We gotta test it out. Pumpkins. Game mode creative. I think you're right. But melons drop melons. They don't actually drop whole melons. You're right. Yeah, so melons don't actually drop whole melons, so that might be a little on the tricky side. All right, so let's go ahead and game roll random tick speed 1000. Okay. So out of creative, right? Survival. Oh, I should give diamond. Give lazy music. Diamond X. Okay, so that drops 1 pumpkin. But now that drops 2 melons. Oh, that dropped 5 melons. Okay, well we can do the same thing. We can do the same thing that we did before. That's fine. We can just do the 4 each. Block that get drops. We can just bring that down here. It's duplicate code. I hate when it shows me duplicate code. Do not show duplicates of this size. Okay, so let's go ahead and export this. All I did was just move this down to here, so that way when we attack melons and pumpkins, we get the proper items. Okay, so let's replace. Let's go back to Minecraft. Let's reload. Why did I leave the server? Oh, duh. Can drop less melons. Yeah, that's why we're doing the for loop. So that way we're only getting the proper amounts that it's gonna drop on that particular drop. So let's just go ahead and clear this out. Beetroot, right? So we need to do beetroot. So now we need an axe for these ones. Okay, so let's... Okay, so we got 5 melons. Okay, we got 4. We got 4 again. 1. Okay, we'll always get 1 there. Ooh, we got 6 on that one. Okay, we need a hoe for that. So that's always drops 1. Okay, 5, 8. Ah! Guys, we are developers here. Make it drops list and do... Oh God, no. Yeah, I know I could do the suppress warnings. You can also just turn them off in IntelliJ. Okay. So is farming done? Have we finished farming? It only took us an hour and a half to do that, but that's okay. I think farming's done right now, right? So we have this. This works. We got our +1. Right? It's auto planting. We can't do that. We can't trample. Oh, but we can still break those with... we can still break those with a pickaxe, though. Or with a hoe. Alright. Let's jump into IntelliJ really quickly. Else. That's simple. Okay, else. Event set canceled. Well, do we want to set it canceled? I don't know if we want to set it canceled though. Do we still want to allow people to break them without an axe? It'll just take a while. No, we're gonna go ahead and say event.cancel true, and we'll say we'll copy this message here, and we'll say you need an axe for that. Place a button on and break it and see if it avoids it. Oh, you can do that? Oh, that's a good point. All right, let's. Oh, I didn't even copy it over. Yeah, let's. I don't think it'll matter because I think it only matters on. Because those are technically 2 different blocks, because that button takes up a block space. So I don't think it matters, but definitely worth trying. Never be too safe. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, I'm getting a Facebook message. Alright, let's try here. Okay, you need an axe for that. Yeah. Alright. Beautiful. Okay, so that works. That auto replants. We're getting... Are we getting beetroot? Where's my potatoes? Okay, we're getting potatoes at random. We're getting carrots at random. I made a laser gun. 1 second using that method. Okay. So we can't break these. We need an axe. So we get our X. We get those. We can't break these, no matter. Oh, well, we can break the dirt, which we'll correct later on. That's something completely different. That's a whole different issue. Okay. I think. And we can't trample. Let me just make sure that's going here too. Okay, and we can't trample crops. Nice. Nice. We got 55 people still watching. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I think our peak was like 77 people, so like I'm impressed. Thank you all for stopping by. You guys can't even see Minecraft, but that's okay. We got this working. Buttons don't matter. We're getting the items in our inventory. We can't break these without a hoe. We get our hoe. We have it. It works. Although the tick time's really high, so these grow back really quickly. We can't break these no matter what we use to destroy them. We can still break dirt, but that's, like I said, that's an issue for a different time. We got that. We got our potatoes. We got our beetroot. All right, I'd say that is pretty well off. Am I right? And then later on, once we actually get all of these events handled, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back in and we're gonna connect it to player data, right? And we're gonna give each one of these items a specific XP value, which we'll probably just use a config file for. I don't. Well, maybe we'll use the data. Maybe we'll use MySQL. I'm just thinking sort of about scalability and interchangeability. So if we use MySQL or a database, we can sort of change it on the fly. But if we use a config file, we don't have to actually make any network connections that we don't need to for values that are probably never really changing. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know why I have this giant yellow platform here. Quick thing about this here. So I actually created a plugin. This is for a server idea that we have later, or for a different thing. So I actually created a plugin that copies schematics on a grid basis. So this is one direction that I did it for. So it copied, you know, however many of these in one direction, which this is for something completely different, but still really cool, and yeah, pretty fun. All right, so let's get back over here. Suck. You want to use access, change it. Not everyone has MySQL, etc. If you look into publishing. Well, if I did end up publishing this, I wouldn't probably do this on a. I probably wouldn't do this on like a pre-made host. I'd probably just like buy a dedicated. Yeah, so I sort of gave up on Unity. Decided I'm going to use Mongo, as it has the structure I need and it can handle a lot more than the standard MySQL. I love Mongo. I remember when I don't remember how I first got introduced to Mongo, but I literally started using it and I was like, oh my god, I love Mongo. It's the greatest thing ever. It's so fast. Oh, it's great. I'm going to use it a little bit on this, but for different things. I think I have a Mongo handler set up right now that connects to nowhere. So I might use it for this. I might not. I might use MySQL. I haven't really decided. I like Mongo, or I like MySQL because it's better for like relational things like player data and whatnot. But yeah, that's that. All right. Do we want to move on to ores? I feel like this is a lot easier. Do we want to move on to ores? I feel like we should. We've only been going for an hour and 36. I don't think ores will take as much time as farming. There's a lot less sort of intricacies. Maybe JSON for some data caching. Yeah, JSON. Yeah, that is true. I could use JSON files. Maybe that's what I'll do for the XP values. Is I'll just use JSON. All right, guys, leave a comment if you guys want me to do the mining tonight, or if you guys want me to come back, say Sunday night, and do it Sunday night. I feel like it might be better to just wait till Sunday, and sort of be able to just upload this video as farming. Make us feel rich. You know, I think I'm just gonna come back on Sunday. I'll be using it for an API, or I'll be speaking about overplay data, definitely. Yeah, okay. I'll hang out for a little bit, but I think I'm done coding. I'll hang out for a couple minutes. So yeah, so just to quickly go over everything. It took an hour and a half, but that was a mixture of sort of just testing different things and correcting things. But we got it working. So we can harvest all of our crops, and they auto replant, like so. We also get it added to our inventory. So if we go ahead and clear this, let's pull it down into our inventory. Let's just go ahead and delete these. Let's grab potatoes. So we get wheat, because wheat only drops 1, I'm pretty sure. And then seeds, but we're not going to need seeds. Just a thought. Instead of all those checks for like breakable, you couldn't find a better way to make it as a class called mining tools and just compare sort of like source codes. Okay, but now how do I know if players are? I could use Redis. I've never actually worked with Redis. You can count for loop check for that. Right, but back, and now if we break this, we get 1 melon or 1 pumpkin, and now with this, we get a bunch of melons randomly, however many it was going to give us. You know what? It took a while, but we got a lot done. I actually really enjoyed this stream. Yeah. The code won't be like readily available, because if I do eventually get this to a place where either it actually has a lot of promise as being like its own sort of server, I obviously don't want it totally public. Obviously people can come back and sort of just like copy the code verbatim, but that would probably take a while. And at that point, I'd probably already have the server established. But yeah. So I think I'm gonna stream on Sunday, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on the mining event, and maybe lumbering or wood cutting, because I don't think this is gonna take that long. Like this is really all we're gonna need to check for. Like we're not really gonna and like another quartz ore. So let's go ahead and add that quickly. But like right now, that's just like all we really need to check for mining is nether, coal, diamond, redstone, lapis, emerald, gold, iron, and stone. Because I think for anything else, we don't really need, at least for what this server is going to be, we don't really need to check for anything else. And then trees, there is actually quite a bit of trees, but that's just a matter of a couple checks. Because we can do like, you know, you can like debark the trees, so like we can jump into it really quickly here. So like lumbering event, so like this could be case spruce, strip spruce log, yeah, so it can be the stripped version. So that'll take a little while, but lumber is the most annoying, as houses are built of trees too. Really easy fix there is just check to see if there's grass underneath, and if there's no grass underneath, then don't allow it to be destroyed. And the easiest way to do that is just make sure all of your lumber builds have not grass underneath. At least that's the easiest way, at least that I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's just the easy way that I see it, is just making sure all your lumber builds just are on stone or cobblestone, stone brick, you know, whatever. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody who stuck around. We had a really great stream. A lot of people came by, and I hope to see you guys soon. And I think that's going to end it off for me tonight. I'm gonna finish my coding juice, and boys gonna hit the hay. So once again, thank you guys. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. This video will be re-uploaded later on, so you guys can rewatch it if you really want to. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.